Hello everyone. So today we are going to see the demonstration of a quick lab VPC networks controlling access. Before starting the lab, let us first get to know what is VPC networks. VPC or Virtual Private Cloud provides networking functionality to Compute Engine virtual machine instances, Google Kubernetes Engine clusters, and the App Engine flexible environments. VPC provides networking for your cloud-based resources and services that is global, scalable, and flexible. You can think of a VPC network the same way you would think of a physical network, except that it is virtualized within Google Cloud. A VPC network is a global resource that consists of a list of regional virtual subnetworks or subnets in data centers, all connected by a global wide area network. VPC networks are logically isolated from each other in Google Cloud. Let's take an overview of this lab now. In this lab, we are going to create two Nginx web servers, and we'll also control the external HTTP access for the same using the tagged firewall rules. Then we'll also explore the IAM roles in service accounts. The firewall rules, we'll get to know about the firewall rules as we proceed in the lab. So now, as per instructed, let's start the lab first. We'll use the monthly subscription to access this lab. Okay, we have now let's log into the console. Let's start that cloud shell as given in the instruction. As you know, before starting the cloud shell, as soon as we start the cloud shell, we have to run the two commands. The first one is gcloud auth-least, and the second one is the gcloud config lease project. With the first, we can lease the active account, and with the second, we can lease the project ID. So let's run the first command. Let's run the second one. Now let's create the two servers as given. The first is blue and the second is green. The first one will create with a network tag, which is a web server, and the second one will create without a network tag. Let's move to the VM instances, and we'll first create the blue server with US Central 1 as a region and US Central 1A as a zone. Let's copy the name blue, the zone is and region is what we want. Then let's move to the management, disk security and sole tenancy part. Here we have to change the network, add the network tag as a web server. Yeah, leave other fields as at the default, and click on create. In the same way, we'll create the green server as well with US Central 1 as a region and US Central 1. Yeah, I guess there is some problem. Let's create it again. Okay, let's log in. Okay, let's click on create instance, and then let's create the blue one first, as there was some problem last time. US Central 1 and US Central 1A as a region and zone. Now we have to click on networking disk. Here we have to add the network tag as a web server, and leave everything at the default and click on create. Now in the same way, we'll create the green server as well. Here we don't have to add the network tag, we just have to create an instance in US Central 1 as a region and US Central 1A as a zone with the name as green. Region is US Central 1A and zone is US Central. Region is US Central 1 and zone is US Central 1A. Now let's create this as well. Now we have to install an Nginx server in our both Nginx server. So for this, we'll start the secure shell, that is SSH, for the blue one first. Okay, let's check our progress. The green. Yes. Now let's start the SSH for blue one. Here, let's copy the first command. SSH is somewhat same like a cloud shell. Let's now make some edits. Here we have to change from Nginx to welcome to the blue server. For saving the file, click Ctrl O, enter Ctrl X. Edit. Now let's verify the change. Yeah, as you can see, we have successfully changed the file. Now let's close this SSH by typing exit. Now in the same way, let's make a change in our SSH. Do this for green server as well. make some, now let's make some edit. Copy this again. Here we have to change it to green server. That is, welcome to the green server. Control O, enter, Control X. We can verify the change. Yeah, you can see we have changed it. Welcome to the green server. Exit this. Yes. Now we have to, let's check our progress. Yeah, now we have to create a firewall rule. Before proceeding, let's get to know what is firewall rules in GCP. So in GCP, firewall rules let you allow or deny traffic to and from your virtual machine instances based on the configuration you specify. By creating a firewall rule, you specify virtual private cloud or VPC network, a set of components that define what that particular rule does. So for creating it, we have to go to VPC network and then the firewall as given in the instruction. We'll first verify whether the default allow internal firewall rule is there or not. Yeah, it is there. Now let's create the new firewall rule and we'll use these details given over here. We have to keep network as default. In specified target tags, we have to put web server as a tag, and in IP ranges, in source IP ranges, we have to put in TCP we have to check TCP, and in other protocols we have to check ICMP. Everything is good, correct. Let's create. Let's check our progress. Now we have to create another instance as a test VM using the Cloud Shell. So start a Cloud Shell first. It will take some time to create the instance. We'll get the output something like this. So we'll wait for some time. After that, we have to test the HTTP connectivity in the SSH for test VM. So yeah, we have successfully created. Now we'll check our progress and then we'll test the HTTP connectivity. For this, we have to go to VM instances. Then we have to start the SSH for test VM. Let's run the first one, that is curl with an internal IP address for the blue server. Let's copy the internal IP address. Curl. Yeah, as you can see, we have got the output as welcome to the blue server. Now let's do the same for green server as well. Curl. Now let's do it for the external IP address. So we'll copy the external IP address for the blue server. we got the output, welcome to the blue server. For the green as well, Perl. As we can see here, this will not work. Yeah. Yeah, now let's move to the next part wherein we'll explore the network and security admin roles. Here, you can go through this one, so you'll get to know what is network admin and what is security admin. We'll move to the next part, which is we'll list some available firewall rules in the same SSH. So yeah, let's run this one. Actually, as it is given over here, this will not work because you don't have a necessary permission. Also, we'll try to delete the firewall rule that we have created. Type yes. This will not work as well as we don't have a necessary permission. So for this, I will move to the IMN and admin and service account, wherein we'll explore some of the roles. As we can see here, the default compute engine service account have no role. Now let's create a service account first with the network admin as a name. Here we have to give the role as compute network admin. Okay, pop it over here, compute network admin. Then we have to continue and then done. Okay. As you can see here, we have successfully created the network admin service account. Then here we have to click the three dots and click on manage keys as per given here. Then we have to click on add key and create a new JSON key. As you can see, it is successfully downloaded. We can close this one. Let's rename the JSON key file on your local machine to credentials.json. Okay, we can check this progress. As you can see, we have got the 100 on 100 score. The next steps are optional. You can do it if you want. And here we complete the lab. This authorized test VM and verify permissions. We can do this. This is the optional step as we have already scored 100 points. So if you want to do, you can do it or you can skip it as well. So yeah, here we complete our lab. Now let's end this lab. Thank you.